Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd. The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
This is Network News for Tuesday, July 8, 2025. In the headlines, Closure resident fears loss of home due to severe land slippage. Boat busts into flames in waters outside Woodford, St. John. Vehicle fire destroys swimming equipment in Carriacou. Accident in Vendam leaves one man hospitalized. Also in the news, regionally, calls for the removal of Barbados and Jamaica from European Union enhanced delegated list. Internationally, death toll passes 100 in Texas floods. Plus in the sports news, Grenada captures NACAC Age Group Championship title, and Grenada continues to hold its own in regional tennis.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave bathroom tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Hello, I'm Kenroy Baptiste. Significant land slippage has rendered the Closure Main Road impassable and is threatening private property there. Christina John has more.
Fire Construction Limited began constructing a retaining wall over 2 months ago, which exposed the hidden problem: water running beneath the road's surface, which ultimately led to the collapse of a portion of road. This constant undermining has festered into a much bigger issue that is now threatening the home of Kent Charles, a Grenadian residing in the United States. Speaking with GBN News crew on Tuesday, Charles revealed that he immediately booked a flight to Grenada after seeing the risk posed to his property via images and videos posted on social media. He said no one consulted or contacted him about the project.
The thing is, everything started out to begin with on the wrong footing. Because in the beginning, I was never informed of what was going on here. Nothing like that. You understand what I'm saying? I had to see it on the social media, and that's when I had to contact him and contact my niece-in-law to find out exactly what's going on. Then I saw that the excavation took place, and in the first place, they asked me for my cousin who has the property here. It's my property, but he in charge. He told me that the contractor asked them for a spot to build a shed. So I said to him they could keep down there by the golden apple tree, not a problem. And that was it. Because I didn't know the nature of the work they was going to do on the road or anything like that, you know. All they said they wanted to do some work on the road, and that's it.
The homeowner, pointing to the structure still under construction, said the flight of steps had to be detached from the main building to prevent further destruction.
As I get here, everybody now talking to me about the idea, what the ideas are, and how they're going to resolve what they're doing and things like that. That's all I'm hearing, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not an expert, so I just have to listen. You know what I'm saying? Let the expert do their jobs, and I'll just stand aside. I'll just listen. Well, now that the home is threatened, if you look at what happened here, the whole place is it's compromised, The land structure and everything is compromised, Yeah, so everything is compromised because the water on the building, whenever rain falls, some water would settle a little bit up there. The water never come back on that side here. It will fall over that side and up front. Now all the water coming back here, so that means the building drop, on one end. Sometimes when you speak up, it seems like you're the wrong one, so, yep.
Charles's uncle, along with other residents, had to use alternative routes because of the collapsed road.
The next thing I could show you is like we want place to pass. As you see, no transport can go from here to Guav. And there's only one road we have, So the people, I don't concern about it now. It's the road. I to go to Grenville, I go in this way, so we don't have a problem if I go into Grenville. If you go into Guav, most people are going to Guav now, like, it's either you hire a taxi from Guav and drop somewhere around there and walk. And you have to walk from here to come down to get Africa from there to go down. That is the harassment there.
Looking at the whole situation, everybody can see for themselves. But living around the area, to go up and down, so maybe you like a right to come to this point, you have to get an extra to from the next point, let's say to reach in Guav. It's tough. And the fact that we have no alternative road to say like we could use a different road to reach Jong, it's not like that. So it's like it's tough.
In an earlier interview with GBN, Kishon Gitton, supervisor of the project, outlined the revised plan to stabilize and rebuild the affected area.
If you notice higher up there, we had to cut on the next side of the road to put some blasted rock to stabilize it. And now we're working some late hours now to get the pouring going. Most likely Thursday we should do the first pour and we'll backfill it and then continue to go to get it done. We had to take out about 6 feet in the road and put back the blasted rock and then the boulders and then compact it and come on back to the normal height, and then we're going to put the asphalt over it. And we'll put some box drain on the next side of the road to control the water.
In the meantime, workmen are doing what they can to stabilize the foundation. Christina John, GBN News.
A vessel burst into flames just outside Woodford, St. John today. Plumes of black smoke were seen permeating the air in the vicinity. It's not clear whether anyone was on board at the time. Information surrounding the cause of the fire remains limited. GBN contacted the Community Relations Department of the RGPF. We were told that this incident is still under police investigation. GBN will continue to follow this story. In an unrelated incident, Swim Week 2025 began with heartbreak in Karaku as fire destroyed all the swimming gear intended for participants. More from my colleague, Rena Pett Thomas.
As Swim Week 2025 kicked off on Monday, tragedy struck in Carriacou with all of the swimming gear intended for participants being destroyed in a fire. According to a statement from Get Grenada Swimming, a swimming instructor traveling to the swim site experienced car trouble. After safely exiting the vehicle with her children, the car caught fire, completely engulfing and destroying all equipment and gear meant for the week-long free swimming program. Director of Get Grenada Swimming, Deb Eastwood, expressed relief that no one was injured in the incident. However, she also made a heartfelt appeal to the public for temporary replacement gear to ensure the program can continue as planned.
In Carriacou yesterday, we were so sorry to hear about one of our site supervisors, Sophia Ireland, who was driving to her site to start the first day of swim week when her car caught on fire. And fortunately, she and her kids were able to get out of the car. But the whole car caught on fire, and all of the swim gear that was in it for this swim week coming up on Paradise Beach was lost. So we're just asking people, especially in Carriacou, if you have any goggles, kickboards, swim caps, noodles that you could bring by the site. They are still giving swim lessons this week from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. every morning. We're trying to get them gear here from Grenada, but if you are in Carriacou and you could drop by Paradise Beach or call Sophia Ireland to give them some equipment, we would be so grateful.
Despite the setback, Eastwood says the team remains committed to delivering swimming lessons and promoting water safety on the Sister Isles. Rena P. Thomas, GBN News.
The story to report: an elderly man remains hospitalized after he was knocked down by a vehicle in Vendome, St. George. Christina John tells us more.
An early afternoon accident on Tuesday in Vendome, St. George has left a 68-year-old male hospitalized after he was hit by a vehicle traveling toward Grenville, St. Andrew. GBN understands that the victim, described as Mr. Johnson from Lamode, St. George, was hit while crossing the road in an attempt to get to his vehicle. According to eyewitnesses, Johnson was struck after having a conversation with a shop owner seconds before the incident. When our news crew arrived at the scene, the victim was already taken to the General Hospital by ambulance. The eyewitnesses gave a recollection of the incident.
I was inside the house, and then they called me outside, and they tell me, well, somebody had to see me. So when I come outside, I see Mr. Johnson, and he tell me he's looking for Alvin. So I tell him Alvin didn't come around as yet. So he left going, and as he entered the road, all I hear is blood out. The gentleman, Dagabong, I feel he was trying to cross the road on that side to go down. Okay, Ivan was parked up right alongside the block V. So I feel he tried to cross the road here and walk across and then walk down to the van. You understand? Then I'm going down, going down. So while on the way going, I don't know if the gentleman coming up didn't see him from that direction, but that is it. How's the road there? And that east side over here. So I find the police could do something better than that. Trust me, they could do something better than that. I just see the man jump in the van, the police jump in the van, he go about the business, the man go about the business.
A nurse in the vicinity assisted in stabilizing the victim until help arrived. She said the driver of the vehicle in question said he was okay.
I was alerted of what's happened due to the noise and the commotion of everybody screaming me out to come outside of the shop. So when I came out, I saw him lying on the ground. The driver came out of the vehicle. He was not panicked at all. He came out of the vehicle and he was trying to explain what happened while all the commotion was going on. So when I reached the male person lying on the ground, I asked him if he was having any pain or anything, and he was keep on complaining of his back. So with my knowledge as a nurse, a new nurse, I recognized and I said, okay, we cannot pick him up. We have to leave him on the ground. No drink, nothing. I checked all his pulses and everything else, and we kept him stabilized, and we kept on asking him his name and stuff. A few minutes after, the police came down and they helped us stabilize him and keeping his body straight, and and that was it.
The shopkeeper remains optimistic that the victim will make a full recovery and wants motorists to be extra vigilant, especially as the carnival season gains momentum.
I want to tell motorists to be very precautious on the road, and please take the time, especially when they're going over the Granite Tank, because you have people walking the road and we want nothing to happen to them.
Christina John, GBN News.
Still to come in network news, Spice Mass Corporation makes changes to some of this year's carnival events to improve safety and coordination. Back in a moment.
Do you have multiple loan payments? Is your debt weighing you down? Ariza has the solution. Simplify your loan with Ariza's Simplify Loan promotion. Now you can combine all your payments into one easy, manageable loan. Enjoy lower interest rates, flexible repayment terms, and more cash in hand for what truly matters. Less stress, more freedom. Live comfortably while reaching your financial goals. Ariza helps you simplify your life because you deserve financial freedom. Apply now. Visit any Ariza branch or WhatsApp us at 423-4987.
A natural disaster can change your life in minutes. Preparation is the best protection for your family and business. Prepare now. Create a disaster plan and make sure everyone knows what to do. Store water, non-perishable food, and medication. Remember basic emergency supplies such as batteries and flashlights. Trim overhanging trees. If trees near power lines are unsafe to trim, call Grenlec at 237 for assistance or advice. Install surge protectors to safeguard your electrical devices against outages and intermittent surges. Make sure your generator has an isolation switch. It will prevent power from feeding to our lines and electrocuting others. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
World, and we all know the saying, time is money. Meet Candice and Oliver. They both have busy days ahead. Let's see how that goes. Candice is in a rush, off to the bank, again. Oh, looks like she didn't plan for traffic, or this long line either. Now let's check in on Oliver. His morning starts a little differently. Using his phone, Oliver makes a peer-to-peer transfer and pays his bills, all while having his morning coffee. At the store, Oliver checks his finances with online banking. Candice, still waiting. Back to Oliver. He stops at the bank to meet his loan officer. While waiting, he schedules a payment and makes a wire transfer. Wondering about Candice? Yup, still waiting. Candice could be like Oliver if she uses Co-op Bank's e-solutions. Make your day easier with Co-op Bank's swift, simple, and secure e-banking platform. Bank on your terms, from anywhere, at any time. Click, tap, done. Banking just got easier.
Welcome home.
Calling the CARICOM community, assembling global Africa. The 4th edition of the Afri-Caribbean Trade Investment Forum, Active 2025, is coming to St. George, Grenada, this 28th to 29th July. Join government and business leaders, investors, and trade and finance institutions to explore the theme, resilience and transformation, enhancing Africa-Caribbean economic cooperation in an era of global uncertainty. Be there as we stand together to strengthen our commercial ties, to promote shared trade and investment opportunities, and unlock prosperity for Africa, the Caribbean, and the wider diaspora. The 4th Afri-Caribbean Trade and Investment Forum. Reserve your place now at active2025.com.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. IMA Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
Dreaming of a summer vacation? We can make it happen. Need a credit card for summer spending? We can make that happen too. Need a loan for carnival, debt consolidation, education expenses, and more? We've got you covered with a Republic Bank Make It Happen loan. Up to 100% financing, competitive rates, and a chance to win great prizes. Live your best life this summer with financing from Republic Bank. Check out republicgrenada.com or visit us today to get your summer started right with a Make It Happen loan.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Oh, it happens to all of us. Low on cash and in need of money right away. Play Instacash Monday to Sunday and there are no draws.
So what you saying? No numbers to choose from?
Nope.
And no draw sessions to wait on?
Nope.
And we can play it anytime and any day?
Yep. Including Sundays. Instacash. Ask for it by name and choose from a wide variety of games as low as $2 and win instantly. It is fast, it is easy to play, and you win cash right away. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Rebecca Television Center Spice Mass Corporation is making changes to some of this year's carnival events to improve safety and coordination, among other areas. This was among issues discussed during last evening's Beyond the Headlines program. To reduce overcrowding at this year's traditional mass festival in St. Mark, organizers are shifting judging points along the parade route instead of concentrating them at Heroes Square. Chief Executive Officer of Spice Mass Corporation, Cesar Noel, said the decision was taken following last year's overwhelming turnout of spectators and participation of over 20 bands.
And be judged along the street. So what I did is kind of remove some of the bottleneck of the amount of people wanting to see the actual parade of the bands. So that we have been working very closely with the St. Mark organization in terms of ensuring that everything is properly planned and executed. So we're really looking forward to that event.
All right, revelers can expect stricter coordination on Juve morning, with bands assembling by 4 o'clock, moving off by 4:30 and concluding by 9:30. The aim is to curb unauthorized participation and improve safety. Monday night mass will begin at 8 p.m., starting near the former Lexus Inn and moving toward the Carnage. Music trucks will be registered and inspected, with marshals and police enforcing movement and noise regulations.
The whole intent here,
that's first band or last band?
The first band. First band will be there. Mm-hmm. And we have pushed it up a bit because what we hoping is in terms of the way we would want them to move, hopefully by, I would say, 8:30, 9 o'clock, bands should be on the Kirani James Boulevard. We're working assiduously towards that.
Where does that leave, though, the masquerader? If you hurry them up to get to the Kirani James Boulevard, let's say 9 o'clock, 9:30, would be a block style thereafter, because the movement to get onto the Carnage with the size of trucks and everything else, there's a natural end when we get to, let's say, the Carnage.
So let me address that a little bit, because it's not a jump up style when we get there. We are encouraging all the bands as much as possible to parade all the way over to the Carnage. Mm-hmm. We have done some homework, some grum work, and yes, even the big trucks can turn over there. So what we have done, and let me just say that going to the Carnage is a key element. And it's a key element because it's apart from the aesthetic of the area, but in terms of what happened for the vendors.
The story to report: more than 40 civil society organizations and prominent individuals from across the Caribbean have issued an open letter urging CARICOM leaders to implement a comprehensive arms embargo on Israel. Here's what we can tell you. The appeal issued by the Assembly of Caribbean People calls for decisive action, including a full military embargo, a ban on arms-related shipping, and the suspension of diplomatic, cultural, and sporting ties with what they describe as a rogue state. The letter also calls for a prohibition on the use of CARICOM-flagged vessels to transport weapons or dual-use goods to Israel, and the severing of diplomatic relations with Tel Aviv. In addition, the signatories are pushing for CARICOM to support legal proceedings against Israel at the International Court of Justice, ICJ, and the International Criminal Court, ICC, including backing South Africa's genocide case. They are urging participation in an emergency meeting of the Hague Group later this month in Bogota, Colombia, to coordinate legal and diplomatic strategies. We can tell you, too, the appeal came ahead of the 49th CARICOM Heads of Government meeting, which wraps up today. Framing the issue as a test of moral responsibility, the letter urges Caribbean leaders to uphold international law and draw on the region's anti-colonial legacy and history of solidarity with oppressed peoples. Digicel has announced the immediate closure of its regional news platform, Loop News, and plans to wind down operations of its sports broadcaster, Sportsmax, by August 8, 2025. The decision is part of the Jamaican-based company's strategic shift away from consumer-facing media toward enterprise-grade services under Digicel Business. Now, according to the telecoms provider, the move aims to position the company for future growth in areas such as cloud computing, cybersecurity, digital advertising, and compliance. Digicel said its new focus will center on trend media and the recently acquired technology services, advisory, and cybersecurity consultancy firm Simtai, aligning with its focus on scalable ICT solutions and growing regional demand for managed services. The company confirmed that affected employees have been notified, with transition support to be provided in accordance with local labor regulations. Sportsmax, launched in 2002, has been known for its coverage of premier local, regional, and international sports and played a key role in shaping the careers of numerous media professionals. Loop News, established in 2014, rapidly gained recognition as a trusted news source and built a dedicated audience across the Caribbean. Digicel expressed appreciation for the contributions of both platforms and acknowledged the support of their audiences, noting the lasting impact of these brands on the region's media landscape. After the break, Grenada honored in the Intellectual Property Spotlight at the World Intellectual Property Organization Assembly.
Straight to you. Come and experience the spirit of Grenada with our signature samples, smooth sips, and tropical vibes all in one place. Try a taste of the island with us. Cool down, relax, handcrafted just for you. Must be 18 plus to enjoy.
Freedom is driven to pursue that passion that keeps you up at night and makes you smile in your sleep. Freedom is bold to embrace the possibilities that can open up your world and conquer new heights. Freedom is fabulous, with bits and pieces that enhance the quality of your life. Freedom is what you do with the flexibility to change path or direction when you need to. Freedom breeds ambition and purpose while having loads of fun along the way. But most of all, freedom is well-deserved for the road traveled and the journey still to come. Unleash your freedom with Nexa Credit Union. Call us on 440-1354 or visit our website to pre-apply. Apply now. Freedom awaits. Terms and conditions apply. Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
served Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire and accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grand Anse, St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
What if you had a choice? A choice of joining a line or a choice of making your purchases online? What would you choose? While you ponder on that, the National Lotteries Authority has provided another purchasing option. All their games are now available online. Yes, Grenadians, from wherever you are, purchase your favorite daily and jackpot type games using any electronic device. Register on the NLA's website at www.nla.gd. Top up your account and enjoy online lottery gaming at your convenience. We're taking shopping comfort up, up, up several notches. But the choice is yours. Join a line or buy online. NLA, make your dreams come true.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
Welcome back. Grenada was honored in the Intellectual Property Spotlight of the World Intellectual Property Organization Assemblies at WIPO headquarters in Switzerland on Tuesday. This milestone shines a global light on Grenada's efforts in innovation, intellectual property, and sustainable development, especially as it relates to small island developing states. The spotlight forms part of Grenada's broader strategy to distinguish its origin-linked products, including nutmeg, cocoa, and rum, under the Pure Grenada brand. It also supports the country's push toward geographical indications and value-added branding, strengthening its presence in international markets. Grenada's delegation is led by Senator Claudette Joseph, Attorney General and Minister for Legal Affairs, Labor and Consumer Affairs. She is accompanied by Robert Branch, Registrar of the Corporate Office, the Corporate Affairs and Intellectual Property Office, representatives of the Grenada Office of Creative Affairs, and Youth IP Ambassador Javon John Fawn. Grenada's participation underscores its commitment to protecting and promoting local creativity, culture, and economic growth through the strategic use of intellectual property. Grenadians aged 18 and over are being invited to audition for the role of voice talent for an animated educational video about Kikem Jenny, the active submarine volcano just north of the island. The call comes from North 11, a creative media company based in Trinidad and Tobago, which is producing the animation to raise public awareness about seismic events and how to respond effectively. The project will blend scientific information with Grenadian culture, making it fun, engaging, and easy to understand for all audiences. No acting or voice-over experience is required, just a clear English-speaking voice with a Grenadian accent. Interested individuals can sign up at north11life.com, where they will receive a script and instructions on how to submit a self-recorded audition video. The deadline to audition is Monday, July 14. This production is part of a wider initiative led by the UE Seismic Research Center in collaboration with several organizations. Go for it. We wish you the best. All right, sports news after the break.
Attention all divers, snorkelers and underwater enthusiasts. Effective May 15th, 2025, all visitors to the renowned Mullinaire Underwater Sculpture Park will be required to pay a small fee of US $3.50 or EC $10 per person. These fees are essential to support the ongoing maintenance and repairs of the sculptures, as well as the development of new features to ensure the park remains a world-class attraction. Payment can be made through the Grenada Tourism Authority's online payment portal, available on the Pure Grenada website, www.puregrenada.com. We thank you for your support in enhancing this extraordinary underwater product. This announcement is brought to you by the Grenada Tourism Authority and the Ministry of Tourism, dedicated to protecting and conserving Grenada's resources for the enjoyment of all.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grand Anse, Victoria Street, Grenville, and Central Deputy Street, Guelph. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
It happens to all of us. Low on cash and in need of money right away. Play Instacash Monday to Sunday and there are no draws.
So what you saying? No numbers to choose from?
Nope.
And no draw sessions to wait on?
Nope.
And we can play it anytime and any day?
Yep. Including Sundays. Instacash. Ask for it by name and choose from a wide variety of games as low as $2 and win instantly. It is fast, it is easy to play, and you win cash right away. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Good evening, sporting fans. Grenada are the overall champions of the 2025 Central American and Caribbean Athletics Under 13 and Under 15 Age Group Championships. The NACAC Age Group Championships, a prestigious international competition that brings together young athletes ages 11 to 14 from across North America, Central America, and the Caribbean. The goal of the event is to promote athletic development, cultural exchange, and competitive spirit at an early age. The 8-member team was coached by Damian Castle.
We had some top places in the individual category. So we had Dominic Joseph, she finished 3rd overall in the under 13 category, with Leah Rose finishing 4th. In the under 13 boys, we had Ethan Gunpot, he won that category, and we had Giovanni Charles finishing 5th overall. In the under 15 male, we had Ajani, that's Deshaun Oliver, he finished 2nd overall. And we finished 2nd overall in the under 13 boys and girls category, and in the under 15 category for the boys. And overall, we end up being the overall champions.
Dominic Joseph finished 3rd overall in the under 13 female, while Ethan Gunpot copped the top spot in the under 13 boys.
This was outstanding. I got 2 golds from the 1,000 and the long jump. I got a bronze in the relay, and 2 participating medals for coming in the top 8 for cricket ball and the 60 meters.
The experience, it was a nice experience. Seeing the stadium was massive, and performances, not really my best, but it was good enough for me. And I made myself proud. I'm really proud of myself.
John Mitchell is the first vice president of the Grenada Athletic Association. He said the results were consistent with the work put in by the junior athletes.
We are indeed heartened by the performance of these athletes, and this speaks to the vision of the Grenada Athletics Association, where we firmly believe that the more we expose our athletes to competitions, the more we give them opportunities to go out there and to showcase their talents, we know that they indeed will perform. And as you've noticed over the year, we've had quite a bit of meets exposing these athletes and giving them opportunities. So these opportunities, it's just a manifestation. What you're seeing here today is a manifestation of the investment as an association that we're putting into our athletes. Additionally, we must commend the coaches. We notice there's an upsurge in activities in coaching, and the ability of these coaches to really harness the young talents to get them where we want them to be. And I believe this speaks to it. And as an association, we are truly happy.
Grenada's under-12 tennis team continues to hold their own in Trinidad. They are participating in the 2025 ITF Cotec Sub-Region 4 Under-12 Team Championship. The meet started on July 4 and runs until July 11. The team comprises Gabrielle Hobson and Kaylee Elcock, the girls' team, and Arlene Drigo, Traden Baptiste, and Garson Stanisklaus, the boys' team. The teams will compete in boys and girls round-robin matches using the Davis Cup format. The top 2 teams in the boys and girls categories will qualify for the world's Under-12 Team Championship later in the year. Well, final preparations are in full swing at Sabina Park ahead of Jamaica's first ever ping ball test match as the Jamaica Cricket Association races to ensure the newly installed lights meet international standards in time for the start of the match against Australia on Saturday, July 12. Dr. Donovan Bennett, president of the Jamaica Cricket Association, confirmed that technical specialists from the supplier have been on site floodlights since Monday morning, conducting laser tuning to address inconsistencies detected during initial tests of the lighting system. While the venue's state-of-the-art floodlights were installed recently to accommodate day-night cricket, preliminary checks revealed areas of the outfield were overexposed, while sections, especially in front of the Kingston Cricket Club stand, remained inadequately lit. Work began Monday morning and is expected to continue into Tuesday night, with crews working extended hours to ensure full compliance with ICC standards. As for the electronic scoreboard, Bennett said testing was also scheduled to begin on Monday, with full activation expected by Tuesday at the latest. The ping ball test, the third and final match of the series against Australia, marks the first time such a fixture will be staged in Jamaica and is already drawing strong interest. Finally, in the sports news, reigning International League T20 champions Dubai Capitals have doubled down on their winning formula as they confirm the retention of West Indies T20 captain Shea Hope and power hitter Rovman Powell for the 2025 season. The move is part of a flurry of off-season activity ahead of the revamped December-January window, which has already seen Shofin Rutherford switch camps to join Andre Russell and Sunil Narayan at a reloaded Abu Dhabi Knight Riders unit. Hope, who led the scoring charts in the 2024 edition, returns as the Capitals' batting anchor. Powell, known for his finishing prowess, chipped in with 202 runs at a strike rate of 145.32, complementing Hope's class with crucial middle-order muscle. Meanwhile, the Abu Dhabi Knight Riders are wasting no time trying to bounce back from a last-place finish. The franchise, which retained Caribbean stars Russell and Narayan, has added Rutherford, England's Liam Livingstone, and T20 stalwart Alex Hales to its new-look squad. Elsewhere, Romario Shepherd will return to MI Emirates. Johnson Charles, another West Indies stalwart, has been retained by the Sharjah Warriors, with the franchise keen to continue building around his firepower at the top. That's sports news for now. Barbados' Prime Minister Mia Amor-Motley is calling on the European Parliament to delist countries like Barbados and Jamaica from its European Union enhanced delegated list. TVJ News has more.
Speaking at the 49th CARICOM Heads of Government meeting recently, Prime Minister Motley says despite both countries being removed from the Financial Action Task Force list for more than 1 year, they remain on the EU's high-risk list.
Because of a technical mechanism by which they remove countries, Barbados and Jamaica continue to suffer at the hands of the listing process when we have been deemed to be fully compliant with all of the obligations required of us from the Financial Action Task Force. It is wrong, and if it was the shoe on the other foot, if the shoe was on the other foot, we would be told how to find ways of having our parliament change the manner in which we address this issue, rather than grouping all of the countries in one basket to be the victims of any opposition on any country in spite of the progress made by our countries.
She said the delay in updating the list hampers the region's economic progress in benefiting from some preferential agreements. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Motley also renewed her push for a regional debt swap initiative.
One country, Barbados, has now done 2 debt swap initiatives, one for nature and one for climate. In both instances, we have increased our capacity in respect of the nature one for Marine Sustainability Trust, and with respect to the climate one for the construction of a new South Coast sewage treatment plant without increasing our debt by a single cent. And that is simply through the use of the Regional Debt Swap Initiative.
Further afield, more than 100 people have died after the catastrophic flooding in central Texas as search and rescue efforts enter their 5th day. ABC News reports.
Good morning, George. We were just outside Camp Mystic yesterday watching as volunteers laid out the trunks and belongings of some of those campers just outside those bunks. And this disaster is now on track to be even deadlier than Hurricane Harvey. And there are so many children. And the story, of course, is the power of that river lifting these 2 houses off their slabs, shifting them 50 feet in that direction, obliterating the house next door. And officials saying still this morning there are over 30 people out there missing.
This morning, that grim milestone in flood-stricken central Texas as search and rescue efforts enter their 5th day here, the death toll now topping 100. And that number is expected to rise. This morning, new video showing how that fatal 4th of July flood swallowed everything in its path. This home in Center Point, Texas, lifted off its foundation. Oh, there's a cat in there. Smashing into a tree. Jens Hasse inside his red truck as the waters rushed around him. His daughter-in-law says he used a gun to shoot the window to escape to the roof, where he waited for hours for help. And in this video, a chain of people pulling the rope to save this woman from the churning river. Stuart Gross, who works for the city of Ingram, is still haunted by the cries of his neighbors.
To me, it's a graveyard. It's sacred ground. And there's people that are probably still right there and that may never come back. They're under gravel, they're under trees. You know, and it's real hard not to feel bad, because I know some of these people.
A reminder of the headlines right after this. Reminder of the headlines before we leave you. Closure resident fears loss of home due to severe land slippage. Boat bursts into flames in waters outside Woodford, St. John. Vehicle fire destroys swimming equipment in Carriacou. Accident in Vendam leaves 1 man hospitalized. Also in the news, regionally calls for the removal of Barbados and Jamaica from European Union enhanced delegated list. Internationally, death toll passes 100 in Texas floods. Plus in the sports news, Grenada captures NACAC Age Group Championships titles, and Grenada continues to hold its own in regional tennis. I'm Kenroy Baptiste. That's all from us in the newsroom for the moment. Thank you so much. Have a good night.